Great, thank you. Evening, everybody. Tonight is a regular meeting of the Allendale Land Use Board, at which formal action will be taken on the items listed on the agenda and upon any other matters which may properly come before the Land Use Board. The requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied through posting on the public bulletin board in the municipal building and on the borough website and by publication in the record on January 28, 2023, with copies being sent to the Ridgewood News. Certain agenda items will be open to the public for comment and/or testimony. The board will advise the public when such matters are open for their comment and/or testimony. Before we go through, I would like to have a salute to the flag. Mr. Potter, would you mind repeating that, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Linda, please, may I have a roll call?
Vice Chairwoman Bergen. Here. Board Member Petrino.
Here.
Board Member Pittman is absent. Councilman Delavatio.
Here.
Board Member Gallo.
Here.
Chairman Servico.
Here.
Mayor Wasinski.
Here.
Alternate Rosella.
Here.
Alternate Butler.
Here.
Thank you. Let's go right into it. Next on our agenda are approval of the minutes from the November 13th, 2023 regular meeting. I had, Linda, I knew you made the one change that I had there. Okay, I'm assuming everybody had the opportunity to review them. Any changes? Okay, seeing none, Linda, can I have a motion for approval, please? Or board members, I'm sorry, can I have a motion for approval, please?
So moved.
Thank you. Second?
That was Delavatio.
I'll second.
Vice Chairwoman Bergen.
Yes.
Councilman Delavatio.
Yes.
Board Member Gallo.
Yes.
Chairman Servico.
Yes.
Alternate Rosella.
Yes.
Alternate Butler.
Yes.
Next on our agenda is a resolution that Mr. Bada put together for application file number LUB 2023-11, resolution number 23-24, applicant Robert and Jennifer Gerard, 14 Birch Street in Allendale, New Jersey, 07401, block 2007, lot 5. It was an application to add a second story to a single family home pursuant to 270-57D and 270-37.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank
This
you.
is our resolution that I prepared. Was approved at our last meeting. I've memorialized the findings of the board so that the resolution can be passed and they can move on to their project. This was a AA zone, and it was basically a build out above the existing property. No further encroachments, no additional variance relief, but it was pre-existing non-conforming and there was a hardship. So that is what I memorialized in the resolution with the usual and customary conditions.
Thank you. Board members, any discussion of what Mr. Bada just put out?
No.
Okay. Seeing none, can I have a motion to accept the resolution?
I'll make the motion. Delavatio.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Thank you.
Vice Chairwoman Bergen.
Yes.
Councilman Delavatio.
Yes.
Board Member Gallo.
Yes.
Chairman Servico.
Yes.
Alternate Rosella.
Yes.
Alternate Butler.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, before we get into the public hearings, the next on our agenda is our calendar for 2024. I believe everybody has it in their packet of information. We want to be proactive in this and going through ahead of our adoption and in our meeting in January. So these are the proposed dates as we go through the year 2024. You'll note that there is space on November for the work session because that is a holiday. We're projecting that we will not have a work session need for that night. If we find that we do, we're going to have to figure it out as the year progresses. Any comments about the dates as we've laid them out here? Conflicts, concerns, school, we always are trying to be sensitive to anything relative to schools. obviously the holidays. Okay, so seeing none. We're not really adopting.
Voice vote.
Voice vote? Okay. All right, so we're just all in favor. Okay. So, board members, we're just gonna do a quick voice vote for this thing. So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Anyone against? Okay, so be it. These are our dates. All right. So, next on our agenda are the public hearings for tonight. We have two. The first one is application file number LUB 2023-12. Peter and Amy Bloom for 34 Harrington Road in Allendale, block 509, lot 4. The application is for a wood burning fireplace / side yard setback encroachment. Bob.
Yes. Mr. and Mrs. Bloom, come on up, please.
Thank you.
While they're getting themselves ready, I can report to the board that I've reviewed their notice. I've reviewed their notices and their affidavit of publication, and they are all in order, so the board has jurisdiction to proceed this evening. And they are here, so would you raise your right hand and you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the course of this application? All right, can you just say your name and address for the record?
Bloom, 34 Howard Road.
Okay, thank you. Proceed.
Let's proceed.
Proceed.
Yeah.
Can I just, before you start, are you picking that up?
I can hear them.
Okay. All right, so we're good? Okay, just maybe pull it.
I think you might have to push.
There you go. Okay.
Takes a teacher to do it.
Thank you for coming before us.
Thank you.
In simple terms, what are you looking to do, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to put a fireplace in an existing family room where there is no fireplace.
Okay.
The way that our property is set up, I think it's like an angle, so I think it's already encroaching. So to put the fireplace in, it would go, I believe,
not more than 24 inches
into-
past the house.
So it's on the side of the house facing the next door neighbor's driveway.
Okay.
So it just, be the little bump out of the fireplace there. That's really
Yeah.
Okay, so according to the application, there's side yard setback encroachment for addition to the wood burning fireplace.
Correct.
Am I correct that you already have some work going on
Yeah.
in the home already right now?
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't necessarily fall into this thing, but what do you got already going on? If you don't mind? Just for the board's edification.
Yep, we just, we're in a split level, so we just took down some walls, all permitted. We took down some walls between the living room, dining room, kitchen, so those walls are out. They put in support. We moved the window, and we are remodeling the kitchen, so it's like just one big open room. So initially, the plans were to put the fireplace there on that, right? If the fireplace doesn't get approved, then we just finish what we're doing with that fireplace.
Okay. But you'd like to have.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'd like to have.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can't put it in.
Today would be nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
we could put it
Yeah.
inside, like, so that it wouldn't go outside at all, and it would be direct vent, but we don't want to
Yeah,
proceed
you'd
that way.
rather have it on the
The
outside.
room's not
top
big,
it
the
out.
room's not
Yeah.
big enough.
Okay. So essentially, that's the hardship.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's your, okay. That's the reason why you're
Correct.
before us and the encroachment.
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera. Okay. I am going to turn it over to members of the board with, questions, please.
There's a plan submitted that says like new second floor addition, new first floor, second floor addition. Is that an old?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not the work you're currently
That was
doing.
the original
your-
survey, so I didn't know if we needed the original and the new, so that was the original survey, and then the last, I just put everything, because I
Okay,
didn't
so
know.
that was like, that was done years ago.
Years
when
ago.
you were
Correct,
doing
before we
interior
purchased the
stuff
house.
right now.
So the last survey on there is what the architect drew
The one
for,
that's signed and
for the-
sealed.
The one
Yeah.
that's on.
correct.
Okay.
We've only been in the house for a year, a little over a year.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, there's no date on that drawing.
And again, I saw the pictures here, so, thank you for including all of this.
Yeah.
Or Linda.
Just one quick question. So you're kind of on the curve, start of the curve on Harrington Road?
Yes,
So your front yard curves a little bit.
yes,
And your property line where this is kind of curves away from your property, right? The property line where the fireplace is not a straight line.
correct.
So what's the finish of the fireplace?
On the outside?
Yeah, is it gonna be stone?
It'll be siding.
Oh, okay, it's gonna be wrapped, because I see.
Yeah,
Okay,
And it'll match the siding on the house.
correct.
So could you just clarify for the record, because the paperwork you submitted says 34 inches, but your drawing is only showing 2 feet. So what's gonna be the actual bump out?
Actually gonna be less because
Of the fireplace, the bump out says 22.5.
when that drawing is for a larger fireplace.
So the drawing is correct and the paperwork where you say 34 inches, that's not.
No, I just don't know. What this is.
I'm not sure what you're looking at.
Which one's this? Oh, mine,
Okay.
my writing? Yes,
Yeah.
probably,
Yeah,
probably. Sorry.
Build out
The drawing is
34
correct.
inches.
on,
I put the max because I was just figuring, and that's when I was just talking to my contractor. He just said, put the max,
but the
but
backs, which they're projecting to be 30.
Yeah.
correct.
That would be
But we're
34,
actually
but the
going with
reality
a
is it's not
smaller
gonna be that.
fireplace. It's gonna have a smaller box.
We are
now,
going for a smaller fireplace, so it won't be out
which
as
is not
far.
in there, but
Okay.
I don't know if you need that. We brought it with us.
Yeah, I think when we memorialize it, we probably have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't actually obviously purchase anything yet, so in looking at it, we just decided to go with a smaller one.
So that's different than what was
It
submitted.
is, yeah. It's the same
That's-
42.
You want to mark that as an exhibit, maybe, Chris?
That's different than what's in our packets of information.
It is, yes.
Okay. Again, for the record, we need
Okay.
that.
Just like it is.
And we'll, Michael, do you want to see it first? Right.
I mean, it's similar in nature to what was submitted, except for a different shape and geometry.
Okay.
So, Chris, you want me to mark this exhibit
Yeah,
A1?
exhibit A1.
And then is it safe to say that that would then reflect what is on the deed, the last page? Within those dimensions all that are on here, or do we have to then have the Noble Designs drawing, very last page in our packet?
I mean, it shows, it gives fireplace dimensions, and it
Uh-huh.
shows a depth of 22.5 inches. Where the one that was submitted in the package, I guess, the depth would be illustrated in the middle of the page with the letter J, and there were various depths that were, that could be selected based on the make and the model size. So this one is for Craftsman 42-inch series with a depth of 22.5 inches.
Okay, but then, just for clarification, so that when the thing is memorialized, that the last page, the survey page,
Mhm.
is that going to need to be adjusted? Is that, as
I
I'm
mean-
reading this, and forgive me if I'm reading the wrong thing, 17 feet to the side of the house or 17 feet to the box?
I think for the purpose of the record, I think what's illustrated here is close enough.
Okay. Yes, okay, then that's fine. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Happy with that. Anybody on the board? We're all good with that? Okay.
I can have
fine,
that.
and I
I'll-
think
I'll incorporate that into
Yeah.
the resolution. Approved.
Want an hour? I'll bring it up.
I don't think it protrudes past the current AC units anyway. I think it looks like it's behind the air conditioner.
It does not go out further than
Yeah.
that.
Very valid. Good
Yeah.
point. Good point. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Any further questions from the board? All right, bringing it back. Any questions? I'm opening it up to the public for the testimony that you just had. Any questions, comments? Okay, seeing none, I bring it back to the board. Any further discussion? Right,
About the borough engineers, really.
you have it, yeah.
I mean, I think, you know, we have a new exhibit, A1, that should be part of the record. The applicant indicated that the fireplaces can be finished to a similar siding that's on the existing house. Just a couple general observations, I guess. You know, the home, based on the survey, isn't centered on the lot. It's offset a little bit to this side. And, you know, this side of the house fronts, as indicated by the applicant, the neighbor's driveway. So there is some additional buffer there presented between this house and the neighbor's house by the driveway.
Okay.
And I think I did hear the applicant also say that, you know, to put an interior fireplace in the room that they're doing the renovations on, the room doesn't lend itself based on the size of the room. So I don't really have anything else to offer other than that.
Is the electrical service going to be impacted by this, or is it going to be adjacent to it?
So
It's,
it doesn't have to be moved. Right?
it doesn't have, yeah.
Question regarding the shape of what protrudes. Is it just one rectangular box straight up, or does it narrow and you know, look shape out differently?
It might narrow in a little bit. I'm not exactly sure.
It's just,
Yeah, I mean,
It's
that
just
would
the
be something
rectangle
I think,
box.
you know, might be.
it's a rectangular,
Yeah.
Particularly on the side, yeah.
it's a typical rectangular box, and then it just goes into the,
Well, for the
Architect.
unit, I understand it's a box, but then,
Yeah.
once you get past the unit, just the blue pipe, and then they tend to narrow and look fireplace-like in shape,
Yeah,
and if that's something you're gonna do, that would be helpful.
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
All right, so as this is being done, you know, with your contractor, you agree to work with me, Your Honor, as long as okay, all right. All right. Board members, any other questions, comments? Okay. I would, I'd like to bring this to a vote, please, if somebody would make a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you, sir. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Okay. Linda, if you'd be so kind.
Vice Chairwoman Bergen,
Yeah,
Board Member Petrino,
Yes.
Councilman Delavatio,
Yes.
Board Member Dalla,
Yes.
Chairman Tarico,
Yes.
Mayor Waschinsky.
Yeah.
President Gonzalez,
Yes.
President Bobby.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Good luck.
So just as a side note, your resolution will be approved at the January meeting. You
Okay.
can apply for your permit, but none will be issued until the January meeting and the resolution is memorialized. That's the third Wednesday in January.
thank
Like
you.
you heard us do earlier before your application. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Okay. And next on our agenda is application file number LUB 2023-12, William and Fanny Thompson, 540 Hillside Avenue, Allendale, New Jersey, block 104, lot 10. And the application is for the addition of a new roof structure over an existing patio space with a side yard setback situation pursuant to code 270-37A, semicolon, or parentheses 2. Welcome. Thank you for coming for us. Please.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, board members, I've reviewed the notice and the listings and the public affidavit of publication, and the notice is in order. And therefore, the board has jurisdiction to hear this application tonight. So if you would raise your right hands, you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth through the course of this application. Okay, name and address for the record, since
Bill
both
Thompson,
will be testifying, I think.
Bill Thompson, 540 Hillside Avenue, Allendale.
Annie Thompson, 540 Hillside Avenue in Allendale, New Jersey.
All right.
Good to go. Everything
go.
is in order?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. So, as I said earlier, tell us why you're here, what your hardship is, what you want to do.
So we have a side patio. It's kind of no man's land. It's there, but nobody touches it. So we decided, because there was an old pond from the old owners that doesn't even work. We want to take that out, put a new patio that's there, but put a covering over it, make it more of an outside living area. So at least there, get our kids to go out there.
Okay.
Make it almost like a 3-season room.
So would it be enclosed or?
No.
No, it'll be open.
Yeah, open, just the roof, which will match our existing roof.
Okay.
And
Okay.
maybe a couple of like refrigerators, a little counter, maybe we're thinking about a fireplace.
Okay. All right, you've given us pictures. I think the board has their pack of information for the requirements here. And we've seen many pictures. So again, it's going to be, it would be open. Now you're planning on taking up the existing,
Patio, yeah, it's kind of beat up.
what's the situation with the existing?
It's just old. We've
It's
been there,
just
we've been there for almost 10 years, and that was there from the first owners, and it's all coming up.
Okay,
And they had some pond that was like right off the side of the house, never really worked. And we want to kind of get rid of that.
I'm sorry, a pond.
Yeah, it was like one of
Like
those
a
little,
koi pond
like,
kind of
like
thing?
yeah, but it had like a waterfall thing on it.
Okay.
That never really worked. It was just a
Okay.
mosquito catcher.
But we're not enlarging the patio. We're gonna replace the exact same square footage. We're just gonna make it new.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of uneven.
Okay, so like a refurbishment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Refurbishing the patio, but
Exactly.
then you want to put a cover over it and make it more usable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it in what we'll call, rain or showers or something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
So, the reason why they're here is, the fact that they're putting a roof on it makes it part of the primary structure of the house. And it's going to be in the side yard setback as a result of the roof. The patio isn't regulated the same way as the structure. So the patio isn't, there's no non-conformance with the existing patio, but the fact they want to put the roof over it, you have to meet the setbacks of the primary structure to the roof area. So roof is technically going to be in the side yard setback. Then we went out there, we took a look at it, and walked the site. They have done other work on the property. They came in for a soil movement, a plot plan for the swimming pool and the entertainment area in the back. The one suggestion that we would have, should the board approve the application, is the fact that, right now there is a patio, which is impervious, and they're not increasing the impervious coverage by much, but when water hits the patio and the sheets off the patio, it's generally like a sheet flow situation. And by putting the roof on there, if there's going to be gutters, we would like to see the runoff from the downspouts addressed, so it's not directed towards the neighbor's property and maybe into some kind of seepage pit or something on their property, so there's no potential for a negative impact on the adjoining property owners. Is there any additional outdoor lighting that's proposed associated with this?
Just high hats underneath it. That's about it.
Underneath, there's not going to be any spotlights or
No,
anything like that shining?
No, and a ceiling fan, so that'll probably have some light, but not protruding, yeah.
Okay.
Nothing outside.
No, there's nothing inside.
so relative to the water, is that something that would be addressed on site or something that we should?
I think in this particular situation, because there's not going to be a follow-up plot plan or soil movement based on the scope of the work that they're doing, it would probably be best to put it in the resolution should the board approve the application.
You'd be amenable to installing seepage pits or whatever the borough engineer believes is best to alleviate any runoff?
Sure.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
All right. Michael, do you see?
No, I mean, in this particular, in this particular application, it's, an outdoor entertaining area. It does have this roof over it, but it's an open area. If it didn't have a roof over it and, they put the fireplace in and redid it, they wouldn't even be here, in front of the board. It's just the fact that they're going to put a roof on top of it and it becomes technically part of the primary structure. So it's you know, a little bit of a unique situation, and you know, the existing house is located where the existing house is on the property. And it's already in the side yard setback, and the fact that the roof is going to be no closer to the neighbors than the existing
Patio.
the existing patio or even the existing house, but it will be located in the side yard.
Board members, questions? Michael or for the applicant?
So when you redo the patio, are you planning on regrading any of the area along the property line or anything like that? Or are you just gonna take up the patio and put it back at the same elevation?
I think do exactly the same way, I believe. I'm not sure, did he say,
No,
are
we're
we
not.
grading?
We're not touching the side, yeah, beyond the patio at all.
So any of the trees, the vegetation, all that's gonna
So
stay?
all those little trees that they're gonna take down, I'm gonna put, those are all little, little evergreens, little tiny ones. Like sometimes what the bushes looks like, we're gonna take those down and along the fence, because we have from our pool that we did, green giants.
Giants, yeah.
We're gonna continue those all the way down for privacy for the neighbors and for us.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. I guess along the lines of the borough engineer with the downspouts or anything, if you do any regrading on that area, just make sure that your contractor is cognizant not to pitch so that the water sheets into your neighbor.
Gotcha.
Any other questions?
I just have one. It looks like the existing house is 19.5 feet, the side yard is 19.5 feet. But then the proposed roof is 20. Is that gonna be in line, or does it actually step back where it looks like it's perhaps 6 inches further away? Or is that just the way?
I don't know, the architect put this whole in, he's been submitting everything, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
should be it.
typically, and I don't know if Mike knows this, but did you see anything where that roof line is gonna be even with the existing, or does it look like?
I think he measured the setback from the supports to the roof, maybe not necessarily the roof overhang.
Yeah, so
So my guess is,
Yeah, but the way this is going, here's the patio.
whatever Mike is saying, he measured.
so my guess is the post is probably gonna be in line with the corner of the house, and the roof is probably gonna extend over that a little bit. Right there's a note that says roof overhang 6 inches not shown.
It looks like it's the reverse, that's why I asked.
Yeah, I mean, you could be right. Maybe the edge of the roof, the gutter drip line will be in line with the side of the house,
Yeah, because
right? Is that,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, where it says, yeah, roof overhang 6 inches not shown, but this is, to your point, the post is pulled back 6 inches from the corner of the
yeah,
house.
so if the post is pulled back, then it's either gonna line up or it's gonna be further, setback will be larger.
So, is the overhang impacted by the setback?
I don't think so. It just looks like it's showing as the reverse. The measurements don't coincide with what the drawing actually shows.
I mean, the elevations appear to show it lined up with the face of the house, and,
I mean, I guess
and maybe the gutter
For
projecting
the
out a little bit.
purposes of the resolution, I guess, maybe I would feel comfortable if it just said that it's not gonna exceed 19.5 feet, because then it would be in line with what they have existing.
Project the existing.
I don't know if he measured the gutter on the.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the other
Yeah, I
thing,
mean, I think the gutter is gonna be on the back side, not on the side.
the gutter's on the back side.
Yeah,
Because it's pitching towards the rear.
It's on the back. Okay.
Yeah, so it looks like,
That's what it looks like.
you know, based on the elevations O2, it looks like it's in line with this side of the house.
Yeah, it's in the back of the house,
Yeah.
not the side of.
Also, for the runoff, just as a question, I think the architect, his big challenge with this was stormwater runoff. I think he's running, if I'm not mistaken, the water's gonna pitch and go down towards our backyard,
That's what we just.
not up this side.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't think anything's gonna go towards like, it's gonna be open on that side and tilted towards my backyard.
We just wanna make sure you don't have any downspouts on the corner that go.
Right, right. So because if I could avoid digging up and putting a seepage guy, I'd rather not, but if we have to, I will.
Do we know the condition of the existing dry wells? Because it looks like there's 3 of them there.
I mean, the two that were installed in the back by the pool, are relatively new. There's
There's another one in the front.
remnants of one in the front, and it looks like there could be a dotted circle that's just off the back of the patio. That might be an old seepage pit. I can't tell.
Well, we put in 2 when we put in our pool.
Yeah, they're shown here on the plan. I see that.
Oh, yeah.
What's the front of my store?
I don't know about the
Might
front.
be one, I don't know.
Right at the corner, right at the corner.
Understand if the capacity is not, if the capacity doesn't exacerbate the existing seepage pits, then perhaps it could just be tied into the existing pit. As long as the runoff is going into a pit.
That be a field determination, you think?
Yeah, I think we can figure that out in the field, as long as the applicant's willing to work with us on it.
Absolutely, yeah, sure.
So if there's not capacity, then we would, have you, ask you, to put in a new pit, but if there's capacity, then you can tie it into the existing.
And we didn't have any, issues working with the applicant when they came in with the pool and the outdoor entertainment area.
I'm just curious, I mean, I'm not gonna make this all up, I'm just curious where that circle is.
I mean, it almost looks like the same circle as the front yard.
Exactly. As long as I'm willing. Sorry?
What's that?
That's just a copy and paste on all of them. I just forgot to write it.
I mean, really, what we don't want to do is we don't want to have a concentrated discharge point going towards the neighbor's property. Right. What we're trying to avoid.
That's really, yeah.
Our builder's a really great guy, so if you tell us anything to change or move,
Yeah.
we could work with him, he's great.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So basically, you're agreeing to do any kind of site work, finding things that we're fine working with our own.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to cause flooding to our home or the neighbors. Yeah, so clearly, definitely not.
Build this up. Okay, that's something that the board gives us a lot.
Oh,
Of course.
100%.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, so do we.
We had
We've had water
about 5 years ago, a sub pump failure right before Christmas. Complete flood in our base,
3 days before.
and we lost almost all of our Christmas presents, so
Yeah.
we don't want flood in anybody's house, so,
Okay. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Before I open up to the public's board, any other comments? Okay. I open up to the public. Any questions, comments of this witness or anything from the interview? Oh, okay. Seeing none, I bring it back to the board. Final, any other questions or comments? Okay.
Right, it would just be the conditions that, they worked with the borough engineer on, alleviating the stormwater runoff. And, the plans as presented, would not, the overhang would be, existing lineup with the,
Existing side of the
existing side of the house.
All right. Do I have, ready to make a motion, please, on this application?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you, sir. Do I have a second?
Second.
Linda?
Board Member Bergen,
Yes.
Board Member Petrino,
Yes.
Councilman Delavatio,
Yes.
Board Member Gallo,
Yes.
Chairman Chubiko,
Yes.
Mayor Winchester,
Yes.
alternate Gonzalez,
Yes.
alternate Butler.
Yes. All right, thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
So I know you said before the last couple that it doesn't go into effect until the next board meeting,
What we do is just go to a resolution and the resolution passes.
but
Then
then
you go through your applications. In the meantime, but.
Don't do anything yet.
Get the resolution.
Okay, I wanna make sure.
They won't issue any permits or anything until it's.
Okay.
Okay.
And do we contact you when, I don't want it to start building unless we know we should put the secret pits in. When do you want to inspect, like, so we know, like, this is something that's new to me, I'm not. a
Yeah,
builder.
I mean, we'll coordinate with Anthony, the construction code.
Okay,
So,
all right. just make sure.
Your contract will be reaching out to him, and then we'll make sure that we coordinate.
Perfect, perfect.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Okay.
You too.
Yes, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. Okay. Right, next on our agenda is open to the public for comment.
Take a while.
Yeah. All right, seeing none, I bring it back to the board. Any other business that we should do? Maybe we should know any other fun stuff that you want to comment on.
Oh, I do actually. I have a new picture of. Maybe I didn't. We picked out colors for the rec center. And we had specced out, we have different windows that were initially specced out, so they're gonna be Marvin now instead of Anderson, and Marvin comes in kind of different colors, so before it was more like black and white, and now it's kind of like a gray color. I'll just pass it around, sorry that it's all wrinkled. But that's gonna be the color scheme that we're going with at the community center.
Isn't that ironic that it was an answer to place these goals?
Yeah, didn't actually think of that, but yeah. We had to pick it out very quickly because they were having a price increase, and if we didn't pick them out by Monday.
Every January.
Yeah, I guess. So yeah, they're gonna be starting. I think everybody here heard that Danella Construction won the bid, and he's the one that also did the 70 units. And he will be starting, was really actually already started, but right after the holidays, you're gonna start seeing a lot of building going on there. So he expects to have it done by June or July. Yep. He works fast, as you've already seen. And the 70 units should be going on the rental market in January or February. So.
You're gonna do like a grand opening.
I'm sure they will have some type of a grand opening, but it's all run by Hampshire. We're not involved at
Yeah,
all.
we're not aware. No. I will tell you personally, driving down that, it's a lot nicer.
Yes,
That
I know.
road
People just
being-
are a little suspicious.
It looks stunning. Just because I go down that road, but it's so much nicer going down there. It's a big improvement.
Yep.
Big. Anything else relative to?
No, there's just one other major project that we're going to be starting in town. So I'm just going to do a lot of big outreaches, but I just had a meeting today. We're going to be redoing the mural downtown, and it's going to be led by a guy in town. His name is Simon Rigg. He's the head of the New York Sculptors Guild. And it's going to have, it's very hard to explain, but it's going to be made out of clay. So it's going to have dimension to it. And he's already approached all of the schools. So the community will be involved. All the art teachers are on board, and they're actually very, very excited. So it's a massive project. We're going to have, we have to have contracts. We're going to open up an LLC, but we're looking to do fundraising, and we're looking to form committees. So if anybody out there knows anybody that's willing to, it's going to be very high profile. It's going to be really fun, that wants to be involved in a community project, just let me know. I think it's going to be super for the town. And then separately, I'm looking to potentially try to lease that piece that's right in front of the mural and make it like a little pocket park. I've already been in contact with the guy who owns the property. So it could be like really spectacular for Allendale.
Where would the mural be?
It's where the existing mural is now, so we can't really see it now.
Right.
So where Allendale Steakhouse is,
Okay.
that's already kind of, and Una Mas,
Yeah.
right there. So
Right
it's going to be in the same place.
Okay.
And so we don't own the building, borough, and we don't own the land. So it's hard for us. So it's not a borough project, but it's just something that we're embracing. And because we don't own the land, the guy who owns the land could potentially build right up to the street. So if we do a paint mural and do this whole big mural, it could be covered tomorrow. So we're actually going to be doing it on panels. And the pieces are going to be kind of put together, and then it's going to have painting on the building, but then the panels will be kind of in front of it. So kind of like the big Alexander's
The
mural,
Alexander,
whoever remembers
exactly.
that. If someone built there, we could actually take them and put them like somewhere else, in the park or something like that. So he actually brought to my house today I have a picture, I can pass it around, of the a sample of just like a bird that he just kind of whipped up, and it was just gorgeous. And it was just this cool, like, it's clay, so it's gonna be basically like in kiln. And it's gonna be painting in clay, and he's gonna kind of tie it all together. So he's like the real deal. He was just actually commissioned in Italy to do this, project in Qatar, like, he like was in the mountains and, yeah, so this is just one little sample of a bird. But this is gonna be like, this is gonna be one picture of the fowl house, and then it'll be either the celery farm or whatever historical pieces that we decide to see in Allendale, so. It's gonna be kind of cool. So if you know anybody that wants to be involved, we're gonna need a lot of committees, you know, PR, fundraising, all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
So. Cool. Yeah, that's all I have.
I want to end this meeting on a positive note with Mr. Bada. Congratulations. I don't know, whoever knows here, you're gonna have to help me out. You're gonna be judge of
Municipal court.
municipal court.
In Allendale.
Yeah, okay, so, Chris will be leaving us after tonight.
Right.
So we have, new council coming on during our reorg next month. So, please, I'm asking if everybody could be here for our next, meeting. But, tonight, for Chris, listen, you know, I took this over, you have helped me fill Kevin's very big shoes and putting up with crazy phone calls from me, guiding me, making sure I'm doing the right thing. And I just want you to know how much I appreciate it, and the board appreciates it. You've done, you know, some great things up here. We're gonna miss you. Okay, we're gonna miss you, but, on to bigger and better.
Yep.
On to bigger and better. So, Amy and I and the rest of the group here, we got you a little, still a few minutes. Okay. Make sure we don't.
Oh, that's really nice. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
On behalf of,
Really
on
nice.
behalf of the board, there you go. On behalf of the board, we really do appreciate all the work and all the guidance that you've been giving to us here. Some of this has been kind of weird, and again, like there's some transitions, but we do greatly appreciate it. And the best of luck.
Thank you.
And your new endeavors.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I was just, I was thinking before I got here, you know, having, you know, worked with Chairman Quinn and now Chairman Sirico and Mayor White, Mayor Bernstein, Mayor Bozinski, and for 7 years. So this is my 7th year as the board attorney, and it's just flown by. Seeing a lot of really neat applications. We're just like one of the first things I was hit with was the Highlands lights issue. And that took on a life of its own, and then we renovated the high school, and then, you know, projects off East Crescent, the 220 West Crescent. We somehow survived COVID and the COVID protocols, and doing the 220 application, a lot of that during COVID through, you know, Zoom and everything like that, and fun restaurant approvals and the water sales. So every meeting was different. You know, we had obviously the run-of-the-mill side yard setback, but a lot of different unique things. And it's been a real pleasure to work with all the members here, all the elected officials, the liaisons, the volunteers, Linda, just doing a great job. And thank you so much. And Linda makes my job easier by getting everything put together. But it's been really a pleasure. And I am going to miss it personally, because, you know, I'm not allowed to be a board attorney if I'm a judge, but, you know, being a judge for the municipal court is something that I've wanted to do for a while. So I'm looking forward to the kind of a new challenge, but I will definitely miss my Wednesday nights here with the board. So thank you for everything, and thank you for all your support, and thank you for this plaque. That's great.
Please, well deserved, well deserved. Hopefully that we, you know, we will see you, but we see you in a good way.
Right, yeah.
You get in front of you in the court.
You know it, Judge. Come on.
It's no judge. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if and many of you know that, but Chris was born and raised in Allendale, so I always felt that you brought that love of your hometown with you,
Right.
you know, and that, you know, just integrity, and just wanted to keep, you know, Allendale the way that it was. And you've always been, you know, a man of service. You were also mayor of Ramsey, and you have your own, you know, law firm, and then obviously serving here and now serving as our municipal judge. And I'm going to be completely honored to be able to swear you in at our reorg meeting on January 4th.
Yeah.
So
Looking forward to it.
super that you're still staying with the Allendale team.
Yep.
Yes, and again, that, January 4th, it's for the council, that we have our reorg, for the land use board next month.
That's the mayor and
Yes,
council
yes, yeah.
reorg
Yep,
meeting.
yep,
Yes,
just that
I
pretty
think it's the
Yep.
14th, the land use board.
Yep.
And then, yeah,
And just so you know, when the new council comes on, I'll certainly work with them and, transition and give them all the
Thank you.
resolutions and everything. Linda, if you ever need anything, I'm not going anywhere, so I can always help out to, point you in the right direction or point, the new council in the right direction.
Again, we're gonna miss you, but
Thanks.
on to bigger and better.
Right.
On to bigger and
That's
better.
right. Thanks for everything you've done.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think I got on the board the same time you got on the board. I think we both got sworn in the same time.
Probably,
The
yeah.
planning board.
2016, huh?
Yeah.
Time flies when you're
Fun.
having fun.
Yeah.
You're a true professional.
Thank you.
And hopefully I never get to see you in your judge role. Wish you the best.
or your kids.
Yeah, or my kids. Yeah. But you're gonna be a fantastic judge.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
And our new attorney, do you know who he is? Larry Cali. He's was highly recommended by our borough attorney, and actually Mike Freeland's worked with him as well too, and highly recommended him.
Yeah, I've seen him, on the other side, presenting a couple very large applications. And, he did, I thought, a very professional job presenting the applications, and what I was impressed the way he interacted with counsel for the board and the board members. So hopefully, he'll be able to fill your shoes, and, we'll be able to move forward, smoothly with Larry.
Good. Sure, it'll be great.
Well, thank you.
Excellent.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, anybody else? All right, could we have a, motion to end the meeting, please?
So moved, Delavatio.
Here, second. Thank you, Frank. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Everybody good? Nope. All right, meeting is ended. Everybody.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.